So in this video, we go over the best cold email funnel in 2024. It goes everything from the lead list, the infrastructure, the offer, the scripting, the replies, all the way to your website, non-cold email related gains, and as well as like the pre-call flow and the sales process. So it's very important that you have all of these, elements in the funnel in order for it to work, because even if you're missing one thing, it could drastically change your cold email results. So if you want the best results, I suggest just copy and pasting this into your own business and to watch the other videos on my channel to see how you can optimize it for yourself. That being said, let's get into the funnel. So this is the cold email funnel optimized for 2024. As you can see at the top, we got infrastructure, offer, and lead list. And then we got the sending, launching the campaigns, what to do if leads don't reply, all the different replies here, different cold email offers, subsequences, and then at the bottom we got all the way to the website, non-cold email related gains to get a client here at the end. So let's start with the infrastructure. So first of all, as you can see, we need to buy secondary domains. And what this basically means is you don't want to send cold emails from your primary domain. So the reason for that is, first of all, if you send cold emails from your primary domain, you end up getting blacklisted, which will inevitably happen. You don't want your internal emails that you use for your clients and just genuine people reaching out to get messed up just because you screwed over your domain by sending a bunch of cold emails. So the reason why we want to buy multiple of these, secondary domains is because we're only limited to around 50 cold emails per day per domain. Split across 2 inboxes, that's 25 cold emails per day per inbox. And if you want to send 1,000 emails a day, you just need to buy more domains and more email accounts, right? So it's also very important that you set up the right DNS records for this. So you want to do SPF, DKIM, DMARC, and obviously any MX records that you need to put to send it to your sending tool or CRM. But essentially, so to figure out how many domains or email accounts you need to buy, just divide how many emails you want to send per day by 50. So if I want to send 500 emails per day, I'm going to divide that by 50, and that will give me 10 domains and 20 email accounts, as you can see here. So with the email accounts, we recommend buying professional email accounts, Google and Outlook, only public infrastructure. I wouldn't. Well, obviously you can do your own testing and try stuff for yourself, but if you want to be completely safe, go by the book. You want to use public infrastructure like Google or Outlook, and you want to use professional email. The business starter or business basic works fine because that's all you need. So in terms of the domain, you're probably paying around 10 to 15 bucks per year. DNS records will take a bit of time per domain, but that's just something you have to do. And then the inboxes cost around like $7 per month. So it's important that you have this cold email infrastructure if you want to scale it the right way without having to do it manually and being as efficient as possible with your time and resources. So after that, you send it to you send these inboxes to the automation tool. In this case, we're using Smart Lead. You can use it instantly if you want, but we just use Smart Lead because we find it better. But either or works. And then from there, we want to integrate it with our CRM if you have one, and you also want to have Slack notifications or some sort of notifications sent to you whenever a reply comes through. With the sending automation tool on Smart Lead and Instantly, you want to warm up before the launch, and you want to also warm up 24/7 after the launch. So it's important that you have different settings. Warm up before the launch. What we usually do is around like 35 to 50 randomized emails per day, ramp up by 4, 60% reply rate, the 2-week period before you launch your campaigns. And then once you launch your campaigns here, you want to warm up 24/7, and you want to do 20 to 25 emails, warm-up emails at 80% reply rate. Cool. So let's go with the offer. So there are usually 4 typical offers that we do on cold email, or CTAs. But essentially, we got the book a call offer, pretty self-explanatory. You're asking the prospects to get on a call. We got the sales asset offer. So this is like permission-based. We say something like, mind if I send you a document on how we were able to get the result. So we're literally asking them for a yes or no question. If they say yes, we go ahead and send it. If no, then we don't, right? Because they're not interested. Next is the personalized video. So our call to action would be like, mind if I send over a quick video on how we were able to get company name, or how we can implement the same thing for company name, question mark. And then the last offer would be free work. So this is essentially just doing free work. So we'd ask something like, is it okay if I make a few ad creatives that company name can benefit for completely for free with no strings attached? Let me know. Yeah, and it's important that we A/B test all of these different offers, see which resonates best with your target market, and we also want to use heavy spin tags. So we typically go for around 1 billion variations of the emails. That way, we're not sending the exact same email to multiple different people, because the ESPs like Google and Microsoft will just catch you, and that's not good. Then once we have the angles, we write the scripts around that and go ahead and launch the campaigns. Next is we got the lead list. So we want to define the ICP, which means ideal client profile. Essentially, we ask questions like, who's your target market? Like, what service do you provide? What result do you get, etc. And then we define this through factors like job title, company name, industry keywords, technologies used, location, and things like that. And then we scrape it from databases such as Apollo or ListKit using our in-house custom scrapers. And then we go ahead and verify the emails with tools like Million Verifier and Scrubby or Listmint for catch-alls and unknowns. And then we also want to format the company name. So what this means is, for example, if we scrape a list and in the under company name, it says, let's use Conquered Leads as an example, Conquered Leads Pty LLC. So if you're using that as an actual variable in your cold email, so we say something like, so you are the marketing manager for Conquered Leads Pty LLC. Everyone knows you scrape that list from a huge database and you're sending the exact same email to so many people. And that way it's not more personalized. They feel like you're just, the prospects feel like they're just a number that you're trying to reach. And they don't think that you're genuinely trying to help. They think you're trying to sell you. Like you're trying to sell them something instead of actually trying to help them. So we want to format this so it's actually the company name. It looks like, we want to make it look as manual as possible. And then, yeah, pretty much we go ahead and launch the campaigns here. So what happens is we write a 5 sequence, well, I'd say 1 to 3 max. Sometimes we do 4 and 5 depending on the offer and the industry and the company, obviously. But usually you can just stick to the initial email and then 2 follow-ups. And once a lead doesn't reply, we export the lead, verify them. If they're a bad lead, we just remove them completely, never contact them again. But if it's a verified lead, we import it, remove the duplicates, and go ahead and launch a different campaign later on down the line, whether that's like 3 to 6 months, because we want to recycle leads when we can. But if a lead replies, if they're not interested, we essentially just remove them and we never contact them again. But if they reply, that's somewhat positive. Or let me go through out of office first. If they're out of office, they're on holiday, they're taking some time off, we put them into their own out of office sequence that basically does similar scripts or the exact same pretty much. And yeah, we reach them when they come back. So we usually automate this between like 14 to 21 days after we get that automated out of office email. But the main positive replies you will get are meeting requests. So if someone wants to book a call with you, interested. So that depends on your offer or like what you actually say in the CTA. We got the information request. So if someone's like, cool, but can I get more info before I book in a call or something? And you got a what's the price? So what we do is we have our inbox manager that does a custom reply. That way we're replying instantly, as in like, less than 5 minutes, less than 3 minutes ideally, but less than 5 minutes KPI. Because the automated subsequences through Smartly, they don't trigger as good and they don't work as well because the AI categorization isn't 100% perfect. So you could get some mess ups there. That's why we like to have an inbox manager, a real person, categorizing the leads and sending these custom replies that we make from templates, and they can just copy and paste it basically. And then once the inbox manager categorizes these leads, Depending on which one it is, they get sent to a subsequence that gets triggered once, like after 1 day. So if they don't reply to the custom reply, which we replied to within 5 minutes, they get sent to subsequence, which are basically following up to any one of these, right? Cool. And yeah, if it's like an information request or interested in free work or whatever, we send them the cold email offer that I talked about over here. And yeah, whether that's a sales, ask, personalized video, or free work, we actually fulfill that and take them to the pre-call flow once they get booked. And obviously, if it's just a meeting request, they just get booked here into pre-call flow. Now, next thing is the website, because when we're buying the secondary domains here, as part of the DNS records, well, it's not technically a DNS record, but we want to forward these URLs or forward these domains to your main website. So, for example, I've got a cold email domain, a secondary domain called getconqueredleads.com. If someone searches that up in their browser, which a lot of people do when you send them a cold email, like they'll literally just copy and paste the email that you sent. If mine's Matteo at getconqueredleads.com, they would copy and paste the getconqueredleads.com part, put it in their browser, and it's very important that it forwards back to your main website here. And once they do that, it's basically like a landing page where it has my case studies, free video content, video testimonials, and my VSL. Super important that you have your website / landing page optimized for cold email if you want to implement this funnel correctly. And from there, they might not even reply to the email or the subsequence, but they would look at your website and potentially just book a call directly from there. Like we get a decent amount of direct bookings just because our website is optimized. Even if they don't reply here, they could get straight all the way to here because they look at your website because it's forwarded from the secondary domain and it's optimized. So yeah, very important that you have that. And the last part I want to talk about is the non-cold email related gains. So this is other parts of your business that you need to optimize in order to get the best results possible within cold email. So this is stuff like, optimized social media profiles, having a good Instagram account, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, if you want. We also want to rank higher for SEO. If someone searches up your name, like on your signature, if you have your name, if they search that up on Google, you want at least like your LinkedIn to come up. Google My Business if you can. But yeah, if someone searches up your company name, you'd hope that the first link that comes is your website, right? If they search your company name up on Google, if they search up your full name on Google, you hope your LinkedIn and potentially your website, YouTube, whatever shows up. This is like what separates the people who get really good results from cold email for the people who don't. Yeah, obviously you want to optimize your social media profile, post quality content, and you want to post consistently. Because if you have all this stuff here, it's just so much more likely that someone's going to trust you. If you have a really good cold email offer, they're like, I don't know this guy, he's a complete stranger. But they search you up on Google. Then you have optimized social media profile. You post quality content, value-driven content, or maybe even content about your personal stuff, that you're a real person, right? And you post consistently. They're going to be more nurtured and more warmed up based on the stuff you post. So it's very important that you do this because it's very hard to see when you start out, but as you do this in the longer term, you realize that more people are actually viewing all this stuff here when you send them a cold email, because especially if you have a really good offer, people are curious. They're going to search you up. They're going to look at your website and see your case studies and stuff. And yeah, the last thing you can do is have PR. So you want to be featured in everything you possibly can. Featured in blogs, newsletters, get on podcasts and other people's channels, other videos. Because if you have like really good brand awareness, your name is pretty well known. If you send a cold email to someone, they're going to be that much more likely to be like, yeah, let me book in a call. This is exactly what I need. Because they know your name, they know you're trustworthy, they know you're not a scammer, they see your face, you're a real person. And yeah, it's just that much more likely for them to book a call. And it all ties down to getting more social proof. So yeah, once you implement all of this funnel, you'll eventually get them into the pre-call flow, which is like reminders, a thank you page, anything like that. That helps warm them up before the call once they booked. And then you want to have an optimized sales process, something that you follow. Use a script if you have to, but yeah, you want to use the exact same framework and process to every prospect you can. That way you know where to improve and you're not just winging it, basically. And then, yeah, if you get to close them, then they become a client here. So that's it for the cold email funnel. It's very important that you have all of these stuff covered, because even one thing that you mess up here could like dramatically change your results. So if you want the best results possible, if you want to know you're doing your best, like putting your best foot forward and putting the best ability to get results over cold email, you must be implementing everything here. And yeah, I just want to like reiterate how important this stuff here is, because cold email is getting harder in 2024. It's getting more saturated. More people are doing it. People hate a bunch of emails coming into their inbox. So you want to stand out. And if you have a really good offer, naturally people are going to search you up. So it's super important that you have these non-cold email related gains in place. You want to do everything you can possible. But yeah, that's it for the cold email funnel. This was the funnel that I used in the previous video. Obviously, it doesn't look as good and it's not that detailed, so I decided to make this proper one over here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And that's it. Peace.